Hello everyone, today we'll introduce you to how to interpret thyroid sonography results. To make things simple, we want to focus on whether a mass you found is more likely to be benign or malignant. And because we are very lazy, we will skip through some underlying pathology or theoretic things, just to be more focused on clinical practice. So this episode is merely just to quickly go through the useful TI-RAD tools. According to TI-RAD tool, we can assess 5 features of thyroid mass to determine their risk of being malignancy or not. The 5 features are composition, echogenicity, shape, margin, and echogenic foci. To better memorize them, I personally use the mnemonics of C. Sound like seismic, which is the abbreviation of cystic, echo, shape, margin, or calcifications. After evaluating the thyroid mass, we will get points from 5 feature domain, respectively. After get the summation of all points from 5 features, the next step is to decide the risk of malignancy and whether fine needle aspiration was required. To be lazy, I only memorize that only more than 0.3 may have to undergo aspiration. More advanced mnemonics are 3, 4 to 6, 7. 2.5, 1.5, 1 centimeter. In TI-RAD system, the first seismic feature is composition or cystic. We laysermen can just make it binary and remember simply cystic or solid. The key is, the more solid, the more malignant. Here, cystic score 0, spongiform score 0, mixed type score 1, solid score 2. Next seismic feature is echogenicity. Beware, the key here is the more hypo, the more malignant. Ancient gets 0, hyperecho gets 0, hypo gets 1, very hypo gets 2. I have no idea what is then difference of hypo versus very hypo. But anyway, just remember score more than 1 if hypo. The feeling of hypo or hyper is quite subjective, actually. So here I provided a picture of how exactly it looks. Good luck. Third seismic feature is shape. The key is, more taller, more malignant. Here we directly get 3 points if tumor is taller than its width. Fourth seismic feature is margin. 0 points for smooth or ill-defined. 2 points for lobulated and irregular ones. And 3 points for tumor extensions. No good key to memorize here though. Last seismic feature is calcification. No calcification or comet tail were fine, gets 0 point. Macro or too big more than 10 millimeters, gets 1 point. Rim or peripheral calcifications, gets 2 points. Punctate calcifications, gets 3. Some silly drawing was provided here to help memorize. A picture of comet tail, good guy, 0 point. Beyond the seismic feature, if you see black acoustic shadow following calcifitin, this is very bad signs, with 95% their thyroid tumor being malignancy. By the way, this is not thyroid. After this quick go through the seismic features of TI-RAD, I guess it's still nonsense to cram all these blocks and tables inside it brain. Just print it on your desk will be smarter. At least you can remember what seismic stands for, so that you will better know what to look for if you find a thyroid nodule under sonography. C for composition, to look for cystic or solid. E for echogenicity, the more hypoechoic the more malignant. S for shape, tall more than width is bad. M for margin. C for calcification from good to bad, there are semit tail, macrocalcification, rim or peripheral. Punctate or microcalcifications is the worst. Also worth remember the number of TI-RAD .3 with at least 2.5 centimeters length measured is the minimal threshold to consider fine needle biopsy. The next part will discuss more details of benign and malignant features. If lazy, just skip and thanks for your watching. Here are the reference of today's report. Images mainly comes from the website of Radiopedia with some other of good image.